I can tell you I am working on like 4 hours sleep, and I can tell you why.
Why?
Have you ever heard raccoons in a fight?
I have not.
It sounds like the seventh circle of hell.
I've not heard that either.
Because they're so cute, but raccoons are actually little tiny fucking demons.
Oh, okay.
I have these 2 raccoons. I don't know if they're like mates or siblings, but they're always together, and they come by and they eat up all my cat food, which, like, whatever, fine. They don't bother the cats. You know, I figured out how to get them to stop flipping the water bowl, so I'm like, cool. Last night they were fucking on one. Literally 3 hours of these, and they start out sounding like porks when they're just like jawing at each other, like little trills. And then it just gets louder and louder and louder and louder. And then night starts crashing around at 3 a.m.
So you went out there, of course.
Of course I did. In my pajamas, like a fucking psycho, and I'm gentle parenting raccoons. I'm out there like, excuse me, everybody on this block has small children, and I let you come here even though all of this is for the cats. I'm nice and I welcome you, and this is how you act at 3 in the morning?
And they're like, wow, that monkey's making some weird noises.
And they're just looking at me like,
oh, well, that having been said, you're going to love our, strangely enough, Tara, this kind of ties into our very first story this week.
Oh dear.
Each week, Catherine, the Radio Dead Air, go out in the world, Radio Dead Air audience, go out in the worldwide interwebs, find all sorts of horrible stuff, bring it back here for a little segment we like to call What the Fuck is Wrong with You? And I've been trying, since everything is going on at once right now, I've been trying to find some stories here that are nice, not just horrific, but weird, but nice.
Yeah.
This is for one of the parties involved in this story. They had an amazing day. They had the best day. And for the other party involved in this story, they had one of the most terrifying experiences of their entire lives. There's like no in between. It's just both ends of the spectrum here. Bear trapped using donuts after soak in hot tub. Florida bear was seen enjoying a resident's hot tub, taking a long backyard nap after was later captured and relocated with the help of donuts. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said the bear was spotted in a Punta Gorda neighborhood on Sunday. The Bruin, they're really stretching the words there. The Bruin was caught on camera taking a soak in a resident's hot tub before removing the cushions from an outdoor couch and taking a 6-hour nap in the backyard. Fish and Wildlife personnel used hazing techniques to encourage the bear to leave the property, and it ended up scaling a tree in a nearby vacant lot. The bear descended from the tree Monday, was ensnared in a trap baited with donuts. They relocated the bear to a state park nearby.
That really does sound like the best day ever. Have a soak in the hot tub, take a 6-hour nap, donuts.
Like the bear was like,
take me
this
to the
is
fucking
the best
wildlife center. I'm in.
Meanwhile, if you lived in that house, you're not going outside.
See, but I'm a white lady, so yeah, I am. I just have a pet bear now. We've talked about this. I'm a white lady. I'm gonna put a t-shirt on it and get it a pup cup from Starbucks. And name him Bartholomew. Because that's who I am as a person. I currently have 3 squirrels, several finches, 2 raccoons, and 3 feral cats that just live in my yard. If I had a bear, I'd be like, well, he lets the cats have piggyback rides, so I guess he can stay.
No, if there's a bear outside my house, I'd be like, well, looks like it's time for a Star Trek marathon.
I mean, I don't go out in my yard that much anyway.
If
literally
I
my
wasn't
biggest
in the
concern
house,
would be literally my biggest concern would be, is that bear going to upset the cats or hurt
Mhm.
them? And if the bear didn't fuck with the cats, I'd be like, okay.
if
I
I
got a bear
wasn't
now.
already in the house and I pulled up to the house and there was a bear, well, it's the bear's house now. I'm going to have to find a new place to live, like now. But yeah,
Call
the
me
bear had
bold
a great
and
day.
send me on my way.
Bear had a great
Yeah,
day.
that's a great day.
He had hot tub, got a nap, got in a little cardio, then finished it off with
Yeah,
donuts.
perfect.
Fucking awesome day to be a bear. Not an
Was
awesome
that
day
a
to be a
One Piece
cop.
reference? No,
I
because
don't
I
think so.
don't know
She
what
does.
One
She
Piece
does.
is.
Yeah, she doesn't know what One Piece is. She
It's
doesn't
an
watch
anime,
One Piece.
right?
Yeah, it's that, and a live action show now, only on Netflix. Um,
Okay.
was a good day to be a bear. Not a good day to be a cop, which might have been a good day for everybody else. So I could not imagine how one could possibly make a hit and run worse, and yet someone found a way to make a hit and run worse.
Was it a bear?
No. Denver police
Oh.
say driver flees scene of crash with officer inside vehicle.
Denver.
Denver Police Department said one of its officers had a close call Sunday after a suspect crashed a vehicle, then tried to flee the scene with the officer inside. Police say the crash occurred around 3:46 near the intersection of Colfax and Osage Street. When officers arrived, they found an
Osage Street.
Osage? Okay. When officers arrived, they found an unresponsive person inside a white GMC Yukon. Authorities say an officer entered the vehicle to turn it off and render aid to the driver when the driver suddenly regained consciousness and tried to flee with the officer still inside.
I know exactly where this is.
You got a picture there.
With the officer still inside.
Yeah. A few blocks away, police used precision immobilization technique to force the Yukon into a light pole. They ran into the car with their car. Officers then took the suspect into custody. No one was injured in the crash. Case remains under investigation. Like, if I was like, oh shit, I gotta leave, I'm not taking the cop with me.
Yeah, because now you've taken a hostage.
Technically, yeah.
Like, running is one thing. You've taken a hostage. And that is a whole other level of fucked. Especially when that hostage is a cop. They don't like that shit.
I cannot imagine what the conversation in that vehicle must have been like.
But also, like, the cop has a gun.
Good, need you to stop, pull over the vehicle now. What's your counter to that? No. No. No, I'm not doing that. What the hell are you thinking?
Yeah.
Bro stole a cop. Lol. Yeah. Kind of. It's like.
On the way, if you look at the sign, on the way to the Mint.
The U.S. Mint, yeah.
Where we will no longer be making pennies.
I cannot tell if that's drunk or meth. That's one of those. Is this drunk?
You have to remember weed is legal here. And
True.
just last year we legalized psilocybin.
So
magic mushrooms are legal here.
So it could have been a little adventure they were going on.
You could have had a whole charcuterie.
Sir, put over the vehicle. I'm in a vehicle? What? No.
What's a vehicle, man?
Oh, wow. The graphics are amazing.
This new immersive Grand Theft Auto is fucking boss.
What are you going to do after that? I mean, if you're the cop who got stuck in the car, you're never hearing the end of that shit.
Yeah, no.
You are
But
now
I promise
officially
you, like, Denver cops are probably just so used to this shit.
like
Because
from now
also
on.
the other thing about Denver is the only like city in all of Colorado. Colorado people are real fucking outdoorsy to an exhausting degree. Like everybody wants you to go hiking, and I'm like, no, I don't want to fucking hiking. But you know, it makes them happy. So great. You go climb a mountain. I will meet you for dinner after. Compromise. That, so like, people don't wear real shoes here, even in the winter. Everyone's in fucking Crocs and Birks. Like, it's a weird scene. And then everybody's kind of high all the time. Like, you'll just drive around and smell weed and not know which direction it's coming from.
So it's like the entire
Me, I'm an edibles
city.
girl.
So it's like the entire city's a Woodstock concert, like Woodstock '97.
Kind of. Yeah. It's kind of like being on the outskirts of Coachella all the time. Except nobody dresses up ever.
All right, we go back to Florida for this one.
Is Boulder not a city? Boulder's a sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, Boulder can be a city if it wants.
We're getting a lesson here in just because you don't think it's a crime and you haven't done anything wrong, that doesn't make it so. Your opinion is noted, but irrelevant. Naked man with penis pump arrested near Ocala gas station, police say. 63-year-old man was arrested after he allegedly traveled to an Ocala gas station, took off his clothes, and used a device known as a penis pump while waiting for an unknown woman to arrive for sex. None of that sounds good. Like, it's like the opposite of like, you could think of the most cozy, wonderful sentence in the world, and this is like the complete opposite. Other end of the scale.
I feel like when she gets there, she'll give you a minute. Or also, you are paying her. There are things she can do to help.
Monday, May 26th, around 2:45
really good at that.
At 2:45 p.m. on a school day. Ocala Police Department officer arrived to the racetrack station located in Ocala after receiving reports of a man who was, quote, naked by the semi-truck gas pumps. That is a fucking country song. A witness told the Ocala
It's a
Police
Morgan
Department.
Wallen song.
Isn't it? That a fully naked man, later identified police as a Morriston resident, Edward Joseph Clermont IV. Wow.
Well, you are the latest scion of a distinguished line, sir.
Was observed exiting a pickup truck. According to a witness, Clermont had a clear and black penis pump attached to his penis. After the witness reported the incident at the gas station, several employees confronted Clermont. Moments later, Clermont entered his pickup truck and drove away. Upon arrival at the gas station, the officer reviewed surveillance video, which allegedly showed Clermont wiping down his vehicle without any clothes on. Officer noted the report that Clermont was fully naked in public. The officer spotted a pickup truck matching the description of the vehicle provided by witnesses. When officers attempted to conduct a traffic stop, the vehicle headed toward the intersection. Pickup truck's driver, Clermont, observed putting his clothes back on while being pursued by law enforcement for a mile. Clermont reached the 100th block of Northwest 30th Avenue. He stopped his vehicle, was detained in handcuffs. Clermont allegedly told police he, quote, did nothing wrong. The officer mentioned in the report, search of a pickup truck, a, quote, clear and black penis pump was found in a grocery bag on the passenger seat. An open Budweiser container was also allegedly observed in a cup holder, along with several unopened bottles of alcohol. After being read his rights, Clermont claimed he had been informed that an unknown woman frequently travels to the racetrack to engage in sexual activity with truck drivers. He stated that his wife passed away several years ago and, quote, just wanted to have sexual intercourse with the unknown female for pleasure. Bro.
Okay, but like, were you planning to have sex with her at the gas station?
I guess. Like, this
'Cause-
also sounds like this is
'cause you
like
got
the
naked.
weird. This is like the weird urban legend version. This is like the weird version of the hook hand on the back of the car. This is like a naked lady will show up and fuck the truckers. Ooh.
But also, like, have you ever even tried to take off your jacket while driving?
Oh God. Yeah, it's like I get my elbow stuck.
The wheel of the car, every jacket is a straight jacket.
Right?
So how is this motherfucker putting on pants?
He's probably a very talented driver, I gotta say.
I guess. I mean, I used to date a guy who used to drive with his knees so he could eat a sandwich.
No, brother, there are. Like, I know you're 63, but brother, there's better ways of obtaining the outcome you were looking for. I do too.
So presumably he had not prearranged sex with this woman, which is horrifying. Like, was he just hoping she'd show up and he was going to jump out of his car naked? Because that's not a way to go.
It was like waiting
to have sex with this person in his car at the gas station.
He was like trying to find the prostitute version of a cryptid.
And I'm here to tell you, rare is the woman who, when she gets to the gas station and a naked man starts running towards her, is not going to freak the fuck out. Like, I don't care if she is a professional.
Right. Let's just assume that she exists. She's a professional. The trucks have little cabins in them. They have little living space. And
presumably the truck drivers don't just run at her with their dick out.
Most
women are going to freak the fuck out.
Also, making sure you were
dick shot off.
Also, making sure you were at attention just in case she showed up at any minute.
And that's like, were you expecting that, like, you would just hop out of her car and she would land on it? Like, because my spouse also died a few years ago, but I still understand how it works. Like, I still know how the tab goes into the slot and yeah.
Oh yeah. No. All right. What's next? This is Massachusetts. Now, we've often had people who, when being pursued by law enforcement, attempt to escape them by going from land to water. They become amphibious. They try to swim away. And that's been in lakes and rivers and ocean. This is a first, trying to escape the police by swimming away in a swimming pool.
Oh, buddy.
Massachusetts State Police say a pursuit came to an end when the suspect jumped into a swimming pool. Suspect said the pursuit began 8:20 a.m. when the car was sought by Northborough Police, spotted on Interstate 495 South. Said the driver continued on an I-95 South, exited in Attleboro, where police troopers ended the chase. Police and troopers assigned to Foxborough saw the car circling a neighborhood. Eventually, the operator drove her car around a house on West Street, exited the vehicle, and jumped into an in-ground pool in the backyard, where she was apprehended without further injury or incident. Police say Shauna Tongnarelli, 43, of Franklin, is expected to be arraigned in Milford District Court. Lady, what was the plan?
Were you trying to, like, lose your scent? Because they're not dogs.
Like, was she going to just go to the bottom and hold her breath and wait for them to leave?
And water is, fun fact, see-through. At least it fucking should be. And if the water isn't see-through, do not jump in that pool.
Yeah, don't. That's a bad pool. Yeah. It was just like the camouflage or something. Just like if I'm very still under the water, they won't notice me here.
They're also not reptiles.
No.
They can see you even when you're not moving.
And they are also not like, apes. They can in fact swim. They're not like gorillas or orangutans. They can swim. They
They do have to wear a lot of heavy gear though.
Mm.
Like all that shit they have to wear weighs a lot. So they probably don't swim well. Or they have to stop and take all that shit off.
I don't even understand. Like, if you got out of the car and you start running, why the pool?
Yeah, what was your plan?
I don't get it. You didn't even try here. Come on. Make an effort. Make a flipping effort.
You were like, you know what? I'm going to give in, but it's really hot. I'm gonna at least cool off before they get me. Yeah, I'm gonna cool off before they get me. Or maybe they'll trap me with donuts.
Or if you're soaking wet and they have to put you in their car, you're kind of making it a problem. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, it is Massachusetts. Maybe she was like, maybe they'll try and lure me out with some donkeys.
Okay. This is horrifying, and it's Florida. And it's not even the worst, most horrifying thing this week. Close, but it's not. Do you have a Sam's Club membership?
By saying we look for things that are fun?
Yeah, I started, but that's not all of it. It's not all of it.
I do not have a Sam's Club. I have a Costco membership.
Yeah, but so you have to pay for, if you don't know, if you're not in America or you don't have these memberships, what you have to do is you pay like an annual fee. It's like somewhere between 30 and $50, and you have access to the store where they have bulk discount goods, and
where you can get 10 gallons of mayonnaise for $40. And nobody will ask you any questions.
You probably didn't even know mayonnaise came in gallons. It does. It does. And you're sitting there going, by the time, if you shop there enough, you will save enough to justify the cost. So yeah, you have to, this is not just anyone walks in off the street. And also they have your name, they have your address, they have all your information. They even have your credit card and stuff on file. So all that taken into account, what in the fuck was wrong with this guy? Man 70 peed on Spam Vienna sausage. Retiree accused of $10,000 contamination at Sam's Club. Sam's Club outlet had to destroy more than $10,000 worth of Spam and Vienna sausages after a 70-year-old man urinated on 2 pallets of the canned goods. Cops charged that a witness spotted Patrick Mitchell relieving himself in aisle 18 at Sam's Club. The witness used her cell phone to take a picture of the defendant aboard the incident, store employees. Managers reviewed surveillance footage and spotted a man walking up to the pallets and placing both hands in front of him below the belt line and stood there for several seconds, behavior consistent with urination. Upon inspecting the area, workers confirmed there was urine on 2 pallets. Combined value of the products was $10,584.54. Investigators charged that Mitchell urinated on the canned goods. He was recorded strolling around the snack section and sitting on patio furniture for about 10 minutes. He then walked to register 2, paid for his items, and left the store. According records from Sam's Club member portal identified Mitchell as the suspect, since all customers have to provide their membership card to a cashier prior to purchasing items while at point of sale. Mitchell
they scan it as you go in and at the register.
Subsequently arrested for disorderly conduct, criminal mischief. Mitchell was busted at his home in the Villages.
Of course, it was the fucking Villages.
Buddy, what the entire living fuck?
Maybe because of the word Vienna, he thought the sausages were illegal immigrants.
Oh. But just, I've been to Sam's Club. We have a Sam's Club membership. We got it on like a discount a while back. And they have restrooms. They're not bad restrooms. They've got restrooms. You can public restrooms right over where they have this little cafeteria kind of area. They serve pizza and stuff. You can just go over there and there's a restroom. It's public restrooms.
Oh, the Costco $1.50 hot dog and soda combo, baby.
Yeah.
That's the shit. It's the biggest fucking hot dog you've ever seen, too.
These options are there. It's not like this is not someone who did not have means. This was someone who was in distress. This is someone who just went into the Sam's Club and whizzed on the spam.
I mean, a couple of people in the chat are saying dementia and like maybe. But maybe he's just a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And like I'm here to tell, like Costco is one of the companies known for actually paying their employees well, treating their employees well. It doesn't matter. There is no salary that is worth both dealing with the public and cleaning up random urine of unknown origin.
Right.
And like a lot of you probably work retail, the amount of bodily fluids you put up with that they don't warn you about. We once had to sanitize the entire beauty studio at my Sephora because some woman just came in and had a full-on sneezing fit, waving her head around like it was a fucking fire hose.
Oh.
I wanted to set that thing on fire.
It's the fucking ugh.
Keep your fluids in your body when you're in public.
Well, you're sitting there saying to yourself, well, Nash, what could be worse than someone peeing on the spam in the Sam's Club? This, and it's baffling. And I'm just imagining what everyone involved had to deal with afterwards because double fuck this guy. Blair County man allegedly blew up toilet in Pittsburgh casino. Now, before you think it's not like that. It's not like he had he had really impressive bowels. It's not like that. Okay. Blair County man faces charges. He allegedly blew up a toilet in a Pittsburgh casino. Jeremy Hartman, 47, of Martinsburg, was in the Rivers Casino 5:40 a.m. Sunday. He was taken into custody by casino security for trespassing in a closed restaurant and trying to steal bottles of alcohol worth up to $4,000. What? So officers were taking him to a secure area. He asked to use the restroom. He was given permission to use a restroom by an employee. It was permission to use an employee restroom. Hartman is accused of lighting a, quote, commercial-grade firework and putting it in the toilets. The resulting explosion injured a casino employee who was in the restroom. The worker was treated for minor injuries. Police found Hartman's vehicle in the casino garage. They discovered more fireworks and called the bomb squad and canine unit to conduct sweeps of the garage and casino. No additional explosives were discovered. He was arraigned Sunday morning on 2 felony charges of arson, endangering persons, single felony charge of theft, receiving stolen property, and risking a catastrophe, and misdemeanor charges of recklessly endangering, blah, 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 blah. Unable to post $25,000 bail, he was remanded to Allegheny County Jail. His preliminary hearing is set for June 17th. What the fuck?
I guess he didn't win at the casino, huh? Who fucks? I don't understand people that fuck with casinos. Casinos are notoriously so fucking secure. Like, they have cameras in your clothes and you don't even know. They see everything. You decided to steal a bunch of fucking booze from a casino?
And then you're arrested.
You were never getting it out the door.
You're arrested. They have you. You're not even in the public restroom. You're in the employee restroom.
Yeah.
Right? What are you going to do? Be like, wasn't me. The fuck? Of course, you're the only one in there. It's like, were you and commercial grade fireworks? That I am horrified to
And
think about what
also,
that entails.
most casinos, as long as you're sitting at a table playing, will just keep bringing you booze
Oh yeah,
because they want your money and they want you to make bad decisions with your money. So even if
Yeah,
you
but
run out of money, you can come up with some fucking quarters and sit at a slot, they will just bring you booze.
and also I can think maybe you're trying to dispose of contraband before you get taken into custody. You're like, well, I've got this fireworks on me. Let me get rid of it. There's just put it in the trash can.
Yeah, you don't have to light it.
Right. You don't have to be
You
like,
can
well, I've
just-
got to get rid of the evidence. No. That's the evidence is
Just
still
drop it in
there.
the trash can. Could be anybody's. Buddy.
It's not like the absence of evidence is the evidence of, or whatever, that old I know there's a saying about that, but it's like,
Yeah.
but it's just
how did you come to this place where you roll up to the casino with an arsenal of commercial grade fireworks, decide to steal a bunch of booze with a literal rocket in your pocket?
and the poor, because I'm like the fucking people who have to work in that casino. You blew up their job.
How did you get here? Yeah.
You blew up their bathroom. Fuck you.
And I'm here to tell you, customer facing jobs where you actually have your own bathroom, that is gold, because the things the public does to bathrooms are inhuman. And like, to not have to deal with that is a true treasure.
And now I'm horrified to think of what's entailed, not just the porcelain. That is like a biohazard writ large. Just whatever happened in there. You might as well just brick it over and be done with it. That don't go in there ever again.
Like, this is like a junior high prank too.
Right?
Like,
It's
grow
like
up.
cherry
You're
bombs and
47.
shit.
You're 3 years
47
from
and you-
AARP and you're doing this shit.
Actually, you can join AARP as early as your 30s. You don't have to be older, you just have to be retired.
I still get the notices because Dan had it. And I'm like, yeah, I got 2 more years.
So fucking just, of all the first thing, what the fuck? Do not blow up, not even a casino toilet. Don't blow up a toilet.
Did you see the people in Italy who like tried to sit on an art chair and shattered it?
Yeah.
I don't know where I got there from toilet, but I guess because you sit on it. Yeah.
Don't blow up a toilet. We learned that the Sam's Club has a bathroom. I don't know why we had to teach you this, but the Sam's Club has a bathroom. We've learned one of the least effective ways to escape the police is by diving into a swimming pool.
Finite borders.
It's not a large body of water. Your options are limited.
Yeah.
We learned that if there's an urban myth of a strange ghostly prostitute who haunts the highways, maybe talk to her with your clothes on first.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
somebody in the chat, I forget who it was because it's gone now, said that he was looking for Snatch Squatch. I don't remember who it was. I can't take credit. It has long since scrolled.
We learned that you're engaged in a hit and run. Don't drive off with the cop in your car.
Yeah. Not going to help.
Like if you can't like you're not going to be able to talk it out. It's you're just making it worse. And finally, we've learned that your worst day may be the bear's best day. Ever think about that?
It does sound like a great day.
Does sound like it's
I'm not
like
even
it's
a
all
bear.
perspective.
And that sounds like a great day.
Like, good for you, bear. Good for you.